Hi, everyone. My name is Victoria Newman, and I'm a life coach, and I'm a little fired up. And let me tell you why. So, this past weekend, it was Dad's weekend, and I was at a restaurant with my husband having dinner, and we were noticing this family that walked in. And Mom is dressed to the nines. She's got on some flashy leopard skin heels. Her hair was done up. She had a nice jacket on. She did all the things. And then the rest of her family kind of sauntered in. And when they sat down, they didn't speak a word to one another, like not even one. They obviously had to speak to the waiter or the server because they ordered food, but it was, oh, like I saw this and my heart just felt heavy. It felt heavy because I remember being in a place where I was just trying to do all the things and trying to put on a good face and going, okay, this is going to be a good day. And then when it came to going through the motions, it just wasn't happening. I couldn't control it. I couldn't impact it. I couldn't change it. And I was so frustrated and I was so tired. And no matter what I did, it just didn't seem to be enough. And essentially, interestingly enough, I felt really alone. And I just couldn't for the life of me figure out how I could feel so stinking alone when I had a family around me. Do any of you ever feel that way? So, one of the reasons that I do the work that I do is because I want people to live their best life. And I want them to live their best life so that their kids can see what they're doing and that they're living their best life at an even younger age than when I started or when you started. That's what it comes down to. That's how we make change. And so, I mean, because how many people do you know are in a relationship or in a job that they really don't like? And you can say, yeah, but they make good money. Well, you know what? You can still make good money and not like your job. You can still have a lot of finances, like finance stability, and still be miserable in a relationship. Money doesn't necessarily change things. It might make things more comfortable and easier, but money does not rule your happiness. It has, like I said, it can make it nicer, but you need to have that, right? You need to have that thing. And if that's missing, how long do you stay in it? Like, do you go, oh, well, I just gotta wait till the kids graduate high school, or I just gotta wait till the kids graduate college, or, well, maybe until I can get that next promotion in that job. I'll like that job better. Or, you see where I'm going with this? Right? It never changes. We keep on putting it off. And I've talked to so many men and women that they're at their second, third iteration of a serious relationship. And they're like, this time I'm going to get it right. This time I'm going to do the work. But if you don't make change, if you don't grow, if you don't learn more about yourself, then how can that happen? How is that possible? The thing that I always find interesting too is that typically when we feel that things are out of control, right? Chaos, we want more control. And when we want more control, we get small. We really pull in. And so we're not opening ourselves up to opportunities because we're too worried about being closed in and tight and safe. And so that's a paradox, right? What it comes down to, it's about having confidence. And when you look at the word confidence, my coach shared this with me, right? The FID is the root word, and FID means trust. And it's about trust in yourself. Now, how do you get trust in yourself? It's about finding out more about yourself. It's about really figuring out what you like, what you want. It's about building up some safeguards, right? So that you don't overstep and put yourself into a situation that feels really uncomfortable. That's often called boundaries. It's about figuring out what it is that makes you tick, makes you work at your most optimum. And in that process, if you are not already working in a job that you love, that really fires you up, that gets you excited, it helps you take those steps. I was talking to a young dad this week, and he was telling me, he's like, I'm so fortunate. I just really everything seemed to fall into place. And I'm like, oh, divine intervention, right? And he's like, everything just kind of worked out. Like I had a mentor and it just worked out. And I thought I was going to be a lawyer, and I thought I didn't really know. And I did real estate and all this stuff. And he's like, it just fell into place. And I just hope I just hope that my kids have the same luck that I did. And I'm like, wait a minute. This isn't luck. First off, if you are doing the work, if you do love your job, and if you're coming home and you're telling your kids, yeah, it might be hard, like if you had a hard day, but talk about them, but you still love your job, they're going to want that. They're not going to settle for something less until the kids graduate. They're not going to settle in a relationship that is really toxic or not good or not healthy or whatever it is, just not, sometimes it's just a bad match. If you set an example, they're going to follow it. And there might be some people listening going, Vicki, well, I'm already doing this. I don't know what you're talking about. This isn't really a big deal. But I know there's people my age and older that are still in relationships, that are still at jobs that they really don't like. And they are saying the excuse. And why are they doing it? They're doing it because it's freaking scary, right? The what ifs, your worst case scenario in your head is far worse than what actuality would be. Far worse. Our brains can come up with something so traumatic. But then ask yourself the question, right? What is my worst case scenario? My worst case scenario is I quit my job and I find another one. Okay. My worst case scenario is this relationship doesn't work and I feel like crap because I feel like I failed. But wait a minute. No, I'm getting out of this relationship because this relationship isn't supportive of me. So what's my mindset, right? Like there's so many things there, folks. So this is where, if any of this stuff, if you're in that, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like you've been saying that you were going to make a change, you've been saying that you wanted a different job, you've been saying that, oh man, if I could just tweak the relationship this way, or just something. If you are looking for answers, I encourage you need to go within. And that work can be done through life coaching. And so if you're serious about wanting to make change, if you're not just dabbling in it, like if you're like, yeah, I'm ready, I need to do this now. Maybe it is that you have kids and nieces or nephews. And maybe you want to be the one to set the example, to show them that there is another way. I mean, that can be your driving force too, but I would hope that you would want to do it for yourself. I know I want people to live their best life, and through health coaching, or life coaching rather, I can help you do that. So if you'd like more information, please reach out to me. My email is coachvicki with an IE 24 at gmail.com, or you can go to my website, coachingandbodyworkbyvicki.com. I hope you're all well. I hope you're having a blessed day, and hopefully we'll talk soon. Take care.